These stars will look lovely in your Christmas tree or join several for a bunting or garland. You can choose between two types of surface because the stitch we are using looks very different from one side than from the other, but either can be the right side. Let's see how we make it. We make the star by overlapping two triangles. And each piece is different from the one side and the other. It's flat here and fairly 3D on this side. And you can use either side as the right side. So you can either put them together so that both sides are like that, or the other one the other way so that they look the same on both sides or opposite, so that you get the flat side on both sides, but because it's so 3D, then it's sort of fat like that there. You can use any yarn for it. I'm going to use this here, blue wool, and then some sort of a glitter yarn for the border, or just a contrasting color if you prefer. I always keep a small selection of glitter and novelty yarns for sort of small borders like this here. And then you need a crochet hook that goes with the main yarn that you are using. Mine is 4mm or G, but that really depends on what yarn you are using. And then you need a needle for sewing the pieces together. We start in the middle and there's only 3 rounds of crochet in it. We start with a magic loop. Just wind the yarn round your index finger and make a stitch. If you want more detailed instructions about magic loop, here's a link to that video. And then chain 2. And then 3 double crochets into the ring first. Double crochet using American terms. It's treble in British terms, 1 yarn over. Two and 3. Counting the starting chains, we have a group of 4. Then chain 3. And continue. And now we have a group of 4 double crochets in the ring. 4. Like that. And again chain 3. I'm tightening this a little bit now so that it's easier to work already. And then 4 more, a third group of 4 double crochets. There. And chain 3. And a slip stitch in the start, so at the top of these chains. There. And now tighten the magic loop tight. There. And remember that when you finish this off, you still need to pass it round here, weave it in, so it doesn't come off. For the second round, chain 2. And then to get that there sort of a 3D effect, we are going to use back post double crochets, which means that first you have the yarn over and then you will go round from the back round the stitch of the previous row round. So like that there. And again, yarn over and go around the stitch in the back, and the same with the last one. So there's this sort of a ridge here on the front side, and then it's flat in the back. And then to increase, we need to make more stitches, and we'll have 2 double crochets at the back of those stitches there. So in here, first one, and then another one in the same stitch. I put it in the back loop so that it looks similar right through. And then chain 3. And now here we need to make 2 new ones before and after the group of 4. So yarn over and go the back of these stitches, 2 double crochets there. And then we continue the same with these ones, back post. So around the back. And like that there. All of them. 3rd, 4th. And then again 2 new ones into one of the loops at the back. And then the same for the next one. So chain 3 and do exactly the same for that there. And then we'll look at how we finish the round off. Here, so here and there we now have 8 stitches because we had the groups of 4 and then we added 2 before and after. But the starting one still only has 6, so we need to add there after the corner. So chain 3 for the corner and then get one of the loops in the back and add 2 double crochets there. And then we finish it off with a slip stitch. You can also take the loop at the back so it looks better there. Here. So it looks like that on that side and like this here. And then we need one more round, which is exactly the same as this one, except that now we have more stitches. So you work the same way and also go around those chain stitches there. So back loop for each of these, and when we come to the end, then just the same way we add 2. So I had all those done, and then just as in the previous round I add 2 there. And then chain 3 for the corner and then continue. So you first add 2 in the beginning, then you do these 8 and then you do 2 at the end, so you'll have 12, and then the same here, and then we'll look at the finish again. And then here in the last corner, after your 3 chains, the start of the round is in there. So we need those 2 added double crochets here also. There. And then 2 more. Like that there, and then just a slip stitch, and then you can cut the yarn and finish off both of the yarns. And then make another one exactly the same. Here I have 2, And actually at this stage, with these other two, I blocked them, so I wet it through and pinned it to a background tightly from the corners. But right now I'm not waiting for that there. Instead, now starting to make the border. There are 2 rounds to the border. First going round once using single crochets, and then another one going backwards reverse single crochets to get this little bit like dented border for it. At this stage, decide now which is going to be your right side, because it looks nicer if you crochet from that side. I'll make both sides so that this here more 3D is the right side. And take your glitter yarn and just attach it anywhere. Easier if you don't go for the corners first. So just that there, and I use both ends of the both yarns for the first chain, and then simply single crochet in every stitch. And in case your glitter yarn is much thinner than the one you made the actual star bit on, then make sure you don't stretch it at all. Mine are about the same weight here. And for the corner, 5 single crochets. 3, 4, 5, and then just continue. So go right round, 1 stitch in each and 5 in the corner. Here's that round, and finish with a slip stitch, and then we start doing the reverse single crochets. There is also this here video, I'm linking it, that shows more in detail how to do the reverse single crochet. You go backwards and you make single crochet, and then again, and so on. And you continue doing that right round, 1 stitch in each stitch, also in the corner in each one. So you just repeat that same one right round. Here I have both of them bordered, and then put them together the way whichever way you like them to be, and use the yarn you had for the border, and just a couple of stitches here, and then pass the yarn across to the next point and the next, and so on, and sew them together. And at the end make a hanging loop. Here we are. And after you have made the star, check out this Christmas decoration playlist and choose which ornament you want to make next.